YouTube, and welcome to another edition of the Movie Zone, starring me and host of. Today we're going to talk about a movie called Tomorrowland. Yes, that's right, Tomorrowland has finally hit the universe as we know it as our time, and it's finally here. So I thought about talking about it because I saw it last night and I just wanted to talk about it. So this is going to be my non-spoiler review. One day I will do spoiler reviews, but right now this is all things about movie reviews, trailer reviews, whatever it is. I'm going to talk about it. So today I feel like talking about Tomorrowland. So let's get started. So Tomorrowland basically stars Brett Robertson, and George Clooney, where Brett Robertson, she plays this girl who loves space and all that, and the mysteries of what's going on in the world and all that stuff. So basically, in the substance of the movie is that she finds this pin, and then it basically, whenever she touches it, it opens a new dimension or world to her, which is basically called Tomorrowland. Now, this movie had some good moments. I really like this movie a lot. You know, she finds the pin, and then she ends up going in Tomorrowland. However, this movie has problems, but I'll get to that in a minute. Let me start by talking about the good stuff. Basically, I really liked her character a lot. She was very smart in the movie. Like, she knew ideas about things, about how things worked, because she had a father who's a space engineer, so she liked learning things, so that was her thing. And it worked. I really thought she was good in the movie. She really knew how to carry it, because most of the movie was just her. You know, we don't see George Clooney till like the middle of the movie, but I'll get to him in a minute. But yeah, she really carried this film a lot. I really thought she did a really good job in this movie, because she really basically was the whole movie by herself, because she had questions. She found the pin. She's like wondering, what is this place? And everybody's looking her around thinking she's crazy. So she goes off to this journey basically to find out what's this pin mean and what was that place she saw, because she wanted answers. So then she meets up with this other girl who I can't remember her name, the actress's name, but that girl, the little girl who you will see in the movie, was awesome. She was awesome. I thought she was one of the best parts of the movie. Oh, by the way, I forgot. Big part of this movie. This movie was directed by Brett Ratner. Don't know who he is. Basically the man who directed The Incredibles, and of course The Iron Giant, and of course last year's my personal favorite, the Tom Cruise movie Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. He did a really good job in this movie. He really knows how to tell a story. Like, he really does. I mean, even the visuals of this movie was awesome. Because once you get into Tomorrowland, I'm like, wow, I wish I could live there. But yeah, but back to what I was saying. So she meets the girl, basically, and she's going on the adventure with her to find out more answers about that. And what I liked about the movie was it was more of a mystery. You know, she had to figure out what this pen means, to how to get to there. You know what it felt like? It felt like Chronicles of Narnia without the whole wardrobe. Because if you see in the first one, when, you know, the little girl, she finds the wardrobe, she opens it, and in the back she opens the, you know, she moves the coats, and she enters Narnia. It's like that without, you know, a big coat rack. So that's what it felt like. But I really thought that was pretty cool. And then when they finally get to George Clooney, who basically knows about this place, and then they have to go on an adventure to try to get there, he was good too. I totally forgot how good an actor George Clooney was. You know, after the whole Batman and Robin fiasco, I you know, try to ignore him a little bit. But, you know, he proved himself. He's still a great actor. I love George Clooney. He's awesome. Ocean 11, you know, all those other good movies. He's awesome. I forgive him for that one movie that should never be named. But yeah. However, this movie does have its weaknesses. I have to admit. Okay, let me just start by saying the beginning of this movie kind of felt flat. Like it starts off with a straight line, like all movies should start off with a straight line, but then it starts to get sidestepped. It starts to go to another direction, then it goes back on track, and then it goes off again. And it just felt really weird to me. There's this moment in the movie where and I don't want to spoil it, but when she finds this place to go, and she goes into this place, this is like a little challenge for you if you're a movie fan. And the director of this movie, who made The Iron Giant and The Incredibles, he leaves his mark basically in the movie from his other films. I'm not gonna say what he does, but you kind of feel like he's just saying, "Oh, look at those other movies I did." You're gonna see something like that in there. I'm not saying what, but you'll see something. If you can point it out, let me know in the comments. Anyway, yeah, but by the negatives about this, yeah, it really, like, the beginning part just felt really weird to me. It starts up this one, adventure where she's doing something. Then she finds the pen, and then she's totally in a different, she has a different goal in mind. She had one goal in the beginning of the movie that was completely different from what she was doing in the other half of the movie. So she finally gets off track of that mission, and then she goes into another one to find out where, Tomorrowland is, and then she goes into another. It just feels weird. I thought that was just weird. And also, I really wish Tomorrowland was in the movie more. You know what I mean? The movie is called Tomorrowland, but yet they barely in Tomorrowland. It just felt weird. Like when they get there, it's amazing. It looks really cool. Because, Tomorrowland is based off the ride from Disneyland, basically. And I wish the Disneyland ride looked better. Looks just like that, because the movie Tomorrowland, the world, was better than the Disneyland ride, I have to admit. But yeah, I kind of wish they would spend more time there, you know what I mean? Let them explore it a little bit more, They're just not going there, and then that's it, you know what I mean? It's just like that. But yeah, I just wish they could just go in there, just enjoy it, It's not like when you go into, Disney World, you're only in there for 5 seconds, and then you're out. Then what's the point of going there in the first place? Then they find out there's another thing that they have to find to deal with this that messes up, her world and Tomorrowland, and then you find out what... what really bothered me about this movie? Disney kind of made this movie dark. Like talking about death and destruction. I was like, whoa, this is Disney? And they're talking about things like that in here? Okay, that just finds kind of weird to me, but I guess Disney wants to become, big. I guess they want to make Mickey Mouse grow a little bit, but it just felt weird to me. But yeah, overall, I really like this film, minus some parts here and there, but yeah, I mean, I only wish they can stay in Tomorrowland a little bit more, because the acting was great. The visuals were great. I mean, Brett Bird, I wish he could direct a Star Wars movie, because honestly, the dude, he's got the talent for it. You're going to see when you see this movie, he's got the talent for it. You're going to be like, oh, definitely he should direct a Star Wars movie. But honestly, he's going to direct Incredibles 2 next, I believe. So I just hope that, if he does another movie like Incredibles or maybe a Star Wars movie, he focuses on those terms. Because in this movie, Tomorrowland, it's supposed to be Tomorrowland, her going into there, and she doesn't stay there long. It just feels weird. But I really enjoyed the movie. It made me laugh a couple of times really much. I really liked the actors in the movie. I felt they were good for what they were. There was also a little backstory with George Clooney's character. I thought that was pretty interesting for what it was, because at the beginning it kind of felt slow, but then you realize once it picks up with his story, I'm like, oh, that makes sense now. I thought that was good, but yeah, I just really wish they kind of just stayed in Tomorrowland a little bit longer than they should have. And even Hugh Laurie, he was in the movie. He was good for what he was. I don't want to say what he was, but he was in the movie a lot, and, well, not really a lot. He was more like in the middle of the movie, but he was good. He was good for what he was. That's all I'm going to say about him, his character. I don't want to spoil anything. But yeah, like I was saying, back to the whole situation. That's like, you go into Disney World, you're only in the store, you get the ticket, you go in, and you go to just one gift shop, and then you leave. What's the point of that? You know what I mean? There's no point. So I don't know why they spend so much time trying to figure out how to get there, basically the whole movie, and then near the end, They finally get there, and then they do things, and then they leave. And then I'm like, okay. I mean, it's cool the way they get there, and all that journey to get there. The mystery was cool and all, but when they finally get there, the mystery just dies. It's just like, I was like, I guess. I mean, what can you do? I mean, this doesn't really set up for a sequel anyway, but I was just like, yeah, okay. Kind of killed the mood, but whatever. I still enjoyed the movie for what it was. It was really cool to see this world that exists, that it just makes you believe that, it's like Neverland, Do you believe in Neverland? If you don't, if you do, yay. It's like that kind of thing, makes you want to believe in another world, another magical world besides this world, and trying to get there, you know what I mean? But then when you finally get there, it's just like, not much of a hype, but you get what I'm saying. I thought the movie was good for what it was. The acting was good. The visuals were great. The director was perfect. I thought he was good. He did a good job for what he did, but yeah, the movie still has its big weaknesses, especially the part where I said, them not getting to Tomorrowland as fast as they should have. But yeah, overall, I still enjoyed this movie, so I'm going to give Tomorrowland an 8.5. I thought it was great, minus some parts I did not like. I still had a good time with them, made me laugh at a couple scenes. I really liked the actors in the movie a lot. They were basically the strongest points in the movie. George Clooney, Hugh Laurie, and of course the girl who plays the main character, Brett Robinson. They were great. They were like the strongest characters and leads in the movie. The story was but yeah, I still enjoyed it. I'll watch it again when it comes out on Blu-ray. I might even get it. I don't know. Maybe I'll get the pin too. I don't know. But yeah, I thought it was good. I recommend checking it out, but you don't have to rush out to go see it. It's not like, well, I'm telling you right now, go see this movie. You don't have to do that. You can go wait next week, the week after, whatever, or you can just wait for Blu-ray to come out. Go rent it off Netflix or something. But yeah, it's a good movie. Kids will like it. Mostly parents will probably be like, some parts are cool, but it's more for kids a little bit. Not too cartoonish, but it's still pretty cool. Kids will be entertained if they're like 5 and up. Alright, you know what? Make it 7 and up. There you go. 7 through 12, they'll like it a lot. I think 5-year-olds won't get it. Might as well take them to Paul Blart Mall Cop or another movie like that. But yeah, it's not like one of those movies you should go rush out and go see it. I still recommend seeing it, but don't rush. You can wait. We have other movies coming out soon. There's Pitch Perfect right now. Poltergeist just came out. I'm still not sure if I'm going to see that movie because, the whole Poltergeist is a very dear place in my heart because it's my favorite horror movie. But I might still see it. But anyway, that's my review for Tomorrowland. Let me know if you want to see this movie. Have you seen it? Let me know. Leave a comment below. Let's talk about this. Let's always talk about movies in the community of movies, of course. And if you'd like to see more, click down there and subscribe to me. And as always, the Doctor's in and out. So thank you and have a great Memorial Day weekend, everybody.